A long herbivore is grazing through the forest. His instinct tells him he's being watched. Ignorant to the danger, he goes into striking zone. It's the Jurassic, one of the most mysterious places. Evolution took over the continent of Asia with abundant species. Through these immense jungles, all kinds of dinosaurs roam around. Right now is the middle of the wet season. The forest flush with vegetation and the river that comes down. From the mountains is our full potential, while counting the shadows of an enormous active volcano. Of these Chinese forests, dinosaurs are more than common. A hidden Ankylosaurus made part of this forest their home. The part of the Stegosaurus family and lengths over 8 meters. But a few meters to them is another herd of Stegosaurs. Gigantospinosaurus. They get the names from the immense pairs of spikes over their shoulders. Even though they're smaller than Ankylosaurus, they're still thought to predators nearby, thanks to the fourth spike that occupies the tail, which all Stegosaurs have. But they have other defenses too, like visual protection from their relatives. They're all from the same family, so they usually care for one another for survival. But they're not the only herbivores of these Chinese forests. A huge fan of Amenchisaurus across the canopy of trees. These long-necked dinosaurs are sauropods and one of the biggest. Their long necks can also reach plants no dinosaur can. About 27 meters in length and reaching heights of 16 meters. They are just magnificent. With such size, no dinosaur here can harm them. The night has fallen. While some of the herbivores begin to settle in, a predator is on the move. This is Cineraptor, a theropod of respectable size, and he is looking for his next meal. The Stegosaurus he hunts represent too much of a risk. Besides, there are easier prey out here. There's nothing they can do but run. Looking in the shadows, a small predator watches from a distance. When his hunt ruined, you have to go hungry once more. This is Guanlomg, an agile Jurassic killer. And it smells hunted at night for a good reason. To feed his 2 hatchlings. But he has shown he has come back empty-handed. The hatchlings are about 2 weeks old. It's been a few days since the last fed, so the farm is constantly on the hunt. It ends up with nothing. He had to try again in the morning, but now he needs some sleep to conserve his energy. And also to keep an eye on his 2 kids. It is the morning dawn, and the father Guanlomg is on the search for prey. Hoping this time might be a better chance. A castor-cardia is on the move. These otter-like mammals are pretty agile on land. To catch one, you need to be very stealthy and try to get pretty close. Now, it's only speed that matters. Another missed opportunity. Being a catch prey requires tons of luck. And this male Guanlomg sure isn't having it. He must find more opportunities soon. The sin router is peacefully resting at his quick and small meal. The sin router is a medium-sized ventricantosaur. Has a great sense of smell, which lets them get close to particular prey. And it is extremely useful in this humid environment. Even so, all predators need a quick and easy rest before they're on the move again. If humans wait from the same router, a herd of young dinosaurs are making the most of the thriving plant life. Young dinosaurs possess small triangular teeth, perfect for feeding on soft vegetation. The efficient adaptations have made them a common sight in these forests, and can be seen in considerable numbers for safety. These little dinosaurs have no defense against predators, and the size doesn't help them that much. Since that links to their eyes and speed. Staying together is a golden rule. Because they are bigger hope for protection since they live in a world of giants. The father Guanlomg is taking his hatchling along for a walk, but not just any walk. It's about to search for prey, and seems to be getting a sense of it. It's points to him that they keep up so they don't get far behind. They come to a site. An old bald Mamenchisaurus, like a die of old age. still smells fresh. It still sounds good enough. He calls in his housemates for the feast. The moment she saw his carcass belongs to them. Monolophosaurus, another one of the theropod family. And about 18 meters in length, it's clearly bigger than the father Guanlomg. The farmer's clearly decided what to do. He wants to defend the kill, but he knows hatchlings are vulnerable. No one to risk injury. He plans to kill. And urges the hatchlings to come along. The carcass now belongs to the Monolophosaurus. Food isn't the only thing on his father's mind. He was about to survive with his own kids, and he cannot risk them to another predator. Now he's getting more desperate than ever. There's no time for rest. This time, we can search for more food. This time, as a plan. Tonight. And if it goes downhill, then the siblings' futures may be uncertain. The wet season's still going on, and the rains are coming down hard. The furious sky unleashes its power and descends onto the valley below. It's been a while since the same after the last 8. And once again, he is out on the hunt for prey. But this time, however, he isn't the only one looking for a meal. The small sim out there doesn't stand a chance. Dinosaurs, weighing at 2.5 tons and a length of over 10 meters, is the apex predator and ruler of these lands. The rains are getting worse, and parents stay within the Dinosaurs herd. But the father Guanlomg decides to use this to his advantage. The father's left the scene and has brought back some food. And the first people go to the hatchlings due to desperation. Finally, the things that have been in their minds is now in theirs. They won't have to worry about food for a while. And after this, they're pretty much well fed for the next few days. Many large carnivores are known to bite the outside's face in a fight, which usually results in a deadly ending. But Dinosaurs use their size to steal smaller predators' prey. This time, the element of surprise was perfect. The saturation of the soil has created liquid mud. A deadly trap for any creature unlikely to tread over its deceptive surface. At such enormous sizes, the titans cannot escape the invisible trap. They die of asphyxia and exhaustion. It is only by pure luck that the Stegosaurus family cannot succumb to a similar fate. But today, something special has happened within the gigantic Spinosaurus herd. This bull is in the possession of a harem of females, which he constantly has to defend from rival males. A young bull has made his way into the elder's herd, destined to try his luck for the herd. They compete in a display of size. The two males line up alongside each other, flaunting their 1.5-ton bulk, display their size, and tend to impress the females and by the competitor. Rarely does competition result in bloodshed. This is a game of intimidation. Eventually, the young bull gives up. The hare will in possession of the elder bull for now. Cardia has been fishing for fish and other aquatic vertebrates in the water, and they're drawn onto land for a quick rest. So it's probably near his river home, because they're in danger and get a quick getaway. However, it doesn't know that the danger is already here. soon as it started, the earthquake is over. Fewer chicken spinosaurus have become pregnant. The survival of the clutch is imperative to the future survival of the herd. And as a result, the species as a whole. Six kilometers across from the Stegosaurus, and young Tyrannosaurus patrols his expansive territory. However, an intruder has crossed into the domain of the king. This, the male will not tolerate. Dilutes sulfuric gas, and animal caught in range of that is dead within minutes. A competition between these two seems inevitable. The two titans fight on, so enthralled in the territorial excursion that they're oblivious to the force of nature taking place around them. The volcanic eruption has inflicted severe damage to the region. In this desolate prehistoric world, flowing water has been replaced by acid. It just downs vegetation as well as injuring a few survivors. About everyone in the ecosystem has been affected by this disaster. With ones that have survived, nuclear fed them for a few months. And now forced to live in a world choked by acid. and ash. Even these ecosystem rulers were given a chance to turn for the greed, and cession for much larger territory has clearly paid them the price. The Guanlomg family were like the survivors of the event, and as a reward, a feast on the ecosystem's previous rulers. For the fellow Guanlomg, more food is found by him, no matter what. Even predators, the enemies to other predators, often eat a piece. For now. The fellow Guanlomg has clearly done his job of raising his chicks. But only for a few years will they reach adulthood, so must still be by his side. But at least they have a future to build upon on. In those environments proving to be hostile for dinosaurs, as shown, they can still survive the odds no matter what. Even when the environment is on their side. The future of dinosaurs is still bright, thanks to our lucky Guanlomg family. Now the real evolution is only beginning, and there's small steps for that in about a few years. Next time, we will meet the real rulers of the Jurassic.